So in this video, we're going to take a look at how Dom went from feeling limited to limitless. So when Dom first joined, he was struggling to get out of bed in the mornings. Literally, he said he had to almost climb up in stages up the wall and use things to help him to get out of bed because he was in so much pain at times. And his main sport is jiu-jitsu, and he actually lacked so much confidence in certain positions and, had so much fear of getting injured that he would give up certain positions or tap out early, and that would obviously limit his performance. He felt generally incapable. Every time he tried a weight session, he was almost perhaps nervous, be quite tentative that his body was going to fail him. He basically said he felt like he was getting old before his time. At 30 years old, he's still young. Still a young man. Not to mention he spent countless of hours and hundreds of pounds at physios and chiropractors, only to be given sort of short-term relief, but never getting results that he wanted. And every time his injury came back, it would almost be worse than the last time. As we can see, so this is how we started with Dom. Nice and slow. You can see how immobile he is and how inflexible his hamstrings are. So we needed to really open up his hips, his hamstrings, work on his hip thrusting strength as well, as you can see here. And we just gently built up the complexity. So getting him moving in different patterns, as you can see, like a twisting here, bridge work. Again, as he gained confidence, we could add complexity because we wanted the body to feel safe in these different positions. As he got more advanced, he was even pushing up into bridge, as we can see here. Pain-free, which is awesome work. And then he could even start having a bit of fun with things. He was throwing up handstands on holiday here, which was lovely to see. And this is about a year from when he started. Really confident, going down to that's an advanced position, requiring a lot of strength and trust in the lower body, and his hip mobility has improved massively, as we can see here. Smoothly going into a Cossack squat, no problem. This was basically impossible for him. And he's now even throwing in capoeira movements like this. Again, having fun with it, trusting the body that he can do these different movements, and building that confidence, that inner confidence, and like I said, trust in the body, really. So the main thing Don said is that he now has a drastically freer approach to movement, as I mentioned. He no longer has to give up those positions in jiu-jitsu, and he feels more confident in his ability to ride out the position, but also to train more often. And having trust in his body has been a big one for Dom. And now he's of the understanding that everything's connected. So just because you feel some pain in your lower back doesn't necessarily mean that's where the issue is. In fact, usually, invariably, it's not where the issue is. Hamstrings, hips, opening up these things, getting them more mobility in the lower body, but also moving these different patterns to increase that confidence and that trust that the body is safe in these different positions. Because usually when we're in pain, it's the body freezing up and tensing up because it feels like it's in danger. So we need to let it know that it's safe in these different positions. And again, he's learned that something is better than nothing. So little 5, 10, 15 minutes throughout the day is better than nothing, and actually can be really effective. And it doesn't need to be an hour a day. It could be these little micro sessions of movement are so important. So since joining, Dom now moves freely and trains 6 times a week at least. That's including movement, weights, and jiu-jitsu. Now this is a big one. He's confidently entered 3 jiu-jitsu competitions in a year. So compare that to sort of training once or twice a week because he was scared of getting injured and maybe having to take 2-3 weeks off. He's now entered 3 competitions in a year, which is awesome stuff. And like you saw in the video, he's now practicing movements from capoeira and gymnastics, which is you can see how far he's come from a year before, a year earlier where he wasn't able to, barely do anything because of a bit of fear of getting injured, but also just limited and restricted in his movements. So the most important thing is he loves it. He's enjoying moving his body. He's enjoying having fun moving in these different ways and building his confidence. And he's had no recurrence of his old back injury. So Dom's really a testament to sort of being patient with the process and trusting in it and putting in the work and doing it over a good period of time as well.